The Russians and the Holy Roman Empire have united together to take on the might of France in today's NTW 3 historical battle, and this is the Battle of Cassano, fought in 1799, as I said, between Russia, France and the Holy Roman Empire. This was in fact a Austro-Russian victory, as Suvorov here actually did manage to defeat the French forces led by Moreau. I mean, he did have a much larger army, between about 50 and 70,000 against about 30,000 French. So yeah, this is fought in Lombardy, obviously in Italy. Cassano, very Italian sort of sounding name. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this one. We're going to see a core here we don't often see. That is Suvorov Italia here, and that is going to be a very cool faction to look at, that's for sure. Like early period Russia. They already look very cool. You can see the Pavlos sort of like grenadiers over here. Okay, awesome. The Suvorov, you know, very, very famous Russian general, did do a very good job in charge of the Russians in Italy, causing a lot of problems for the French there. But yeah, lots of grenadiers here being set up. They just look awesome. I do love this faction. And then over here you can see the mass of Holy Roman Empire troops getting ready as they are preparing. They have a huge amount of cavalry. Look at the lines of cavalry. This might be an old cav army. I'm not quite sure. It does look like it a little bit. We have Satare here as one of the corps commanders. The other one is Melas. So it looks like Satare maybe he is bringing all the cav, and then we have Melas as well. Actually, Melas has got some cavalry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just talking absolute rubbish. It does seem like Melas is bringing all the infantry. Oh no, there is some infantry back there from Zatare. I definitely don't know how to pronounce his name. I do apologize. But yeah, certainly it's going to be an interesting showdown over here as the French setting up. The French obviously in their early sort of like Republican sort of era look. They look very, very cool. I don't know what cores they are using. I imagine there is a Moreau looking one, but I'm not entirely sure. You can see here we have actually got some light dragoons. They're getting ready and they're going to just charge straight in. They're going to go for these skirmishers here that are waiting for them in the tree line, and in they go. As you can see there, the light dragoons probably are just about going to rout that French unit, yep. But yeah, they themselves are routed as the volleys of light infantry go off, just sending that cav unit packing. Yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single NTW3 battle or historical scenario, then do make sure to hit that notification bell as well, so you know when the next one is out. And also, you'll also know about streams and stuff when they go out, so you can come and chat with myself and some other subs as we play some live battles. We do that at least once a week. Usually on a Monday. Unfortunately this week I didn't do it because I was unwell, but hopefully we'll try and reorganize for another day. But yes, as you can see, we got some Cossacks over here. They're getting ready. Look like they're going to be taking on maybe some oh, these are cavalry battalions. Some decent cav and some pretty heavy cav. They're protecting their artillery here, which is also protected by stakes. So this is going to be a tough challenge for the Cossacks, but if they can get in, they've got a chance. But it does look like the cavalry battalion is ready for them. They were lying in wait, and the Cossacks are quite happily run away. They're merely here just to investigate what's going on. There is actually, I don't know if it's French cav. It is French cav way up here as well. We have a chasseur cheval that's like right up here, just scouting Suvorov's army. There is plenty of infantry over here. Not much of the infantry, it seems, today is able to form square. Lots of musketeers here, unable to form square. Oh no, this one on the end cannon from Smolensk. Good square cannon. These musketeers clearly from Smolensk are a bit smarter than the rest. I also think most of the grenadiers can, but yeah, most of these grenadiers look like they can also form squares, so that's always good to see as well. So only the elites look like they're going to be able to form square. I don't know what the French square situation is, but I imagine pretty similar. And I know for a fact that HR infantry famously usually can't form square. So I mean, these German infantry here seem to be able to, so they're at least on some. Actually, all their grenadiers can as well, which they have brought. They usually do bring quite a lot of grenadiers. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. The French are advancing, by the way. Their infantry is coming forward. I'm kind of surprised. They had a nice tree line. I thought they might hold that tree line. Wait for the HRE to come up this road. Because the HRE aren't set, but maybe that's why the French are pushing. They're seeing that the French aren't ready. But the HRE the HRE aren't ready. The HRE are pushing this side. Because the French kind of been caught out on the march. Got light streams going in here. Looks like they are probably going to get broken before any of the French infantry is. But it's worth a try. French infantry did form square in some areas. What is this? With a little Yavy unit coming forward. More cav coming in. Coming in after this cavalry battalion. This is Hussars here. Some pretty good charge by the Hussars. And looks like the cavalry might get scared off. Don't know. That Hussar might have just won that fight. But it needs to get out of there now. Because otherwise it is going to get taken out by reinforcing French cav. Some chasseurs. Yep. There you go. It's been routed. We've got artillery set up as well, but yeah, the HRE has been very much caught out here in this early stages of Cassano. But yeah, the HRE still managed to get a few kills here and there. They managed to rout, looks like a light infantry maybe. It doesn't look like a full infantry unit, and yeah, here you go. That's because the light infantry is waiting patiently back here, ready to pour fire and start Hussar unit. Cavalry just been thrown in by the HRE here. Like willy-nilly. Like they do have a lot, yes, but they gotta hold on to it. They need to like keep some for late game. And it just seems like they don't have enough infantry. Infantry is certainly lacking at the moment for the HRE. They've got to make good use of this cav. But here we go, cavalry charge straight down the middle of the battlefield here. Hussars going in to counter these cavalry battalier here. And they've been routed as well. I don't know whether that's got something to do with being shot in the back by their own German infantry, but it probably did. Hussars now going to finish the job that the other Hussar unit could not do. HRE, yeah, taking a lot of, good volleys by the French onto this cavalry. Morale is just like dropping really quickly. Suvorov over here looks like he's going to be dueling with the French in this forest. They got sappers sticking some stakes into the ground. They just got those out there, very large pockets, those big stakes. Over here as well, I think there has been a bit of a cavalry fight. Looks like French cav has been scared off, but there's still plenty of heavy cavalry battalier out here that is just ready to harass Suvorov if needed. But yeah, the Russians taking much more, longer time to get ready. Oh, as we just disappear under the world as we move across. Move over to the HRE again. They have both their armies here. So where are the French two armies here as well to match them? I don't know. We have a general as well going in. This is Satare's general unit here going in. It's a Hussar unit. He has just smashed through this infantry line though, pretty effectively. Got through, broken 2, probably going to break 3, maybe 4. Cavalry coming up though. His general unit though, morale is low. This is bold by the general going in this early. This is really early. We're like 5-10 minutes into this battle. In fact, they have routed the French cav as well. Big win there. They're going to send in grenadiers here. They're going to try and help rout this infantry. There you go, routed instantly. The cavalry should get out there alive. But yeah, big win there for the HRE. Making a bit of a gap in the line. They're going to need to do a few more of those charges. Whether the general can lead them all, I don't know about that. They got any like cuirassiers or anything? They got a lot of SARS here today, but not many cuirassiers, if any. HRE is getting flanked on this side here though by the French. They need to, this is probably why the cav's going wide, because they're trying to turn this flank of the French back around. But yes, if you want to get involved in some of these NTW3 scenarios and you don't know where to do so, feel free to join my Discord. The link's down below in the description. It's one of the best places to get involved in some NTW3 historical battles, streams, or just multiplayer battles as well. We've got a great community there as well that are always welcome to take on new players. So if you want to get involved, that is the place to go. The link for that is in the description. Yeah, the link for that's in the description, as I just get drowned out by grenadier volley fire. We have got a good bunch of grenadiers. There are 2 here, and these are some pretty solid infantry that form square. This is a good push here by the HRE on this flank, trying to push back the French. It looks like a lot of French troops have rallied in the rear. It's always good to see. Another... Oh, we saw an infantry charge here from Grenzes. So they try to push forward. I guess maybe they're trying to engage the infantry with other infantry and then get the cav in? I don't know. But we're seeing more infantry come forward here now. Got some Weddenberg musketeers coming in. These men will soon be fighting for the French, not against them. And when they get conquered, they're broken almost instantly. This Weddenberg infantry, yeah, not great. And then the rear charge from the cav is certainly probably not going to help with their own infantry, but they have broken through the French lines here, and this is not a good sign. French cav routed there. Oh yeah, this is a bad sign for the French. We're seeing hussars. Yeah, they are just causing all sorts of havoc here. The French, have they got any squarables on this side? I don't know, but we've got more cav on the way up. As I say, it's another carry battalion. No, I haven't seen many dragoons, I was thinking today. But yeah, lots of cav coming in. We've got another hussar, fresh hussar coming in. Gonna clash here. It's really the HRE leading the way at the moment. It looks like, I mean, they are winning decisively, apparently, the hussars, but morale would say otherwise. Yeah, it looks like they're going to lose that fight, actually, the hussars. But the HRE did not care. They're pushing forward their infantry. Is General dead? Oh, that was a general in there. Oh, jeez, that's not a good sign. So, yeah, General lost there. Had to throw his general into one of the French players to try and save his infantry army. We have got, is this more infantry here pushing forward? Yeah, we've got grenadiers here. And we're about to see the cav come in and harass the grenadiers. Help break them. Really nice charge there from the French. Getting rid of that grenadier unit. That's got to remember that the grenadiers are key because they're very good in melee, but also able to square. Cavalry getting hit hard by artillery as it retreats. Yeah, the French probably were getting that push forward. They probably should have stayed to that tree line like I thought they might. It was a worthy gamble, but it did not work. And now the HRE can block off this this river crossing here. And the French are ready as well on their side. They've got stakes and skirmishers ready. But yeah, that seems like that this front might die down a little bit now. The French are probably going to play very defensive. Whether the French can win on their other two battles against the Russians, we'll have to see. And they have looked like they've just about started to engage on this side here. I don't know, the cavalry at least is roaming for the French here. We have got cavalry battalion on the way up, and chasseurs. But yeah, the Russians don't seem to have brought anything much stronger than not dragoons, than Cossacks today. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in a cavalry fight. I doubt very well. They're just all they're gonna do really is just slow down cavalry charges, probably break, but they might kill one or two. Who knows? Certainly the Russian army seem particularly small. This one especially. I mean, this has got a lot of grenadiers and some decent musketeers, but yeah, this is like, what, maybe, I don't know, 11 or so infantry units, and then some cav. Whether Suvrov's core is really expensive because it's elite, I don't know. We have got a cav charge here taking place. Another little Cossack unit going for this artillery piece up here on the road. And it is going to make it, even though it's been shot at by French infantry as it came by. It's just the one gun, but you know what? Important thing to take out.
Our general is under attack.
And there you go. Both Cossack and artillery piece have been routed. So both sides trading a unit there. But certainly the French losing out, that is for sure. Weddenberg infantry here just harassing with the skirmishers. Maybe looking for a way across, but here we go. Looks like Russia's also making moves now. Going in column, and we have a whole mass of grenadiers here. Look at this. It's a load of grenadiers going. March into glory, men. March to glory. Just gonna march in column straight towards the lines of infantry here. There is a push from the HRE. We've got hussars getting ready. They're going to come and take out these skirmishers. Which is no easy. That's easy enough, but it's then going to be getting past the stakes. That's the problem. So I say easy cutting down these guys. They might be able to sneak around, but there is cavalry battalion waiting for them. So I think they are just going to retreat, which is probably the best idea. They just get some infantry to push across. Yeah, here come the grenadiers. Here come the grenadiers. Oh, I'm scared. I'd be scared if I was a French. Actually, it was a poor charge. There you go. For the Tsar! Down with the revolution! Some of these units certainly are getting hit hard. They are rallying. French morale not looking great. And there you go, they've broken through that first line. Whether they can break through a second line, I don't know. Because actually, they're already in combat over here again. Artillery up here being silenced as well. Oh yeah, as soon as they break, like, so yeah, as soon as like one French unit breaks, it is causing a lot of other, like, a chain route to happen. So the Russians are getting quite away. And you see squares being formed now as well, trying to counter this cav charge. As this grenadier unit here engages them, and they need to get some good volleys off with the squares where they can. And we've got looks like a grenadier or like a guards unit going in here maybe. They're going to try and break through. Yeah, you can see the grenadiers have been broken there, unfortunately, but it was a good push by the grenadiers. Now we've got musketeers coming up. Whether they can form square, well, they can. Well, some of them can. The grenadiers are going to be obviously very key to protecting the rest of the musketeers against cavalry charges. And the grenadiers staying in square. The infantry here, I mean, they could get a good volley into the side of these guardsmen here. Grenadiers going to keep on fighting up here as well. I'm surprised the cavalry battalion's not going for a second charge, perhaps. Over on this side here, HRE is still obviously pushing forward. Like a side here, just harassing the French as they run. Pretty, oh jeez, they need to be careful with that friendly fire. Careful with the friendly fire. Madness, it really is. I want to see if they can break this guardsman. Or at least it looks like it. Yep, they did. Pretty easily, actually. Over on this side, yet to really see any fighting take place, so yeah, not much going on there. The French cav, though, is going to rout these Cossacks as we kind of expected. Yeah, Cossacks there, easily gone. And as you can see here, most of the French infantry has now been routed. Just didn't really carry left on this side of the river, and then the rest of the French are now trying to come across through the water or over that land bridge there. HRE still pushing on there, getting into the town here now. So this is like the town of Cassano. If you're a Frenchman right now, all you are hearing is like angry, like Germans, Austrians, Croats, Czechs, you name it, all of them just charging towards you, just wanting your blood. I would run for my life too if I heard like a million different war cries going on. Yeah, the Russians here pushing forward. They've got healthy musketeers ready to go into the line when needed. The grenadiers have really done their job well. More musketeers here. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of musketeers set up here. Ivan here leading the way. See, like the French are just going to reform. I mean, I would, if I was them, I'd regroup. I'd try and regroup this other army over there. Get more charging. More Russian cav being broken. As we kind of guessed, the Russian cav wasn't going to do much. I don't know if they have much available to them, but yeah, Russian cav not much in the way of going for it. Well, on the other one, the HRE cav, though it may have just broken, it's helping around a lot and kill a lot of these Frenchies here. Like a Swiss infantry unit here that's like on its own. They decided to come out of the square and they're running. They're all like, look at them red morale. Like, they are in trouble. They're probably just seeing all these troops breaking. Like, one guy probably dies from this unit, but they're probably breaking as well. Oh, this cavalry's still alive. There's just maybe another unit going in against the Swiss again. I think the Swiss may have formed a square, but it's hard to tell in this mess down here. But yeah, these French armies, after they like got attacked, they've like just been blown away. They haven't been able to really reform. I thought maybe this town would give them a little bit of time to do that, but they haven't really. They've just been harassed by cavalry constantly. And cavalry's now just in here getting easy kills. Just milking those kills and these retreating troops. How dare they? It's a very unchivalric way to go about getting kills. But yeah, I mean, all this cav now really needs to get over to help the Russians, because the Russian cav's just pants. It's really not doing anything. But it looks like Russia's being like forced against the red line over here. I mean, the red line is right there. Russia's right up against it. It's like this French army here has done a pretty good job keeping the Russians contained. And we're about to see these musketeers get charged, and I don't think they can form square. Yeah, they're not looking good at all.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
You know what? The Russians' morale is like unfazed. These guys just don't even give a damn that they got charged head on by cavalry. Like, yeah, and what? Suvorov's actually here. He is as well in this army. He needs to be careful. Can't have Suvorov dying on the battlefield. Grenadiers here forming square. Guess trying to be a rear guard.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
I mean, if they can kill the cav off, I mean, then it's just down to infantry, which, again, the Russians seem like they're outnumbered on this side here. French infantry going into combat down here. It looks like they're going to rout these grenadiers eventually. But there's more and more infantry now being poured in, which is only going to help the Russian cav. The French cav, sorry. Russian cav has their charged in. Cossacks charged in on this infantry. Don't think they're going to beat it. You see the Russian infantry here as well, trying to get some shots off on the French cav. Russian grenadiers have broken, but it looks like this French infantry might be broken as well. Both sides are bringing like bunches of grenadiers. Like both Russian side, like armies, sorry, bringing a bunch of grenadiers. French infantry here about to get charged by the Russians. In they go! Hit them, boys! Again, this is just going to help the French, who are just like using their cavalry battalion just to hit them in the flanks and the back. You need to be careful they don't shoot their own Russians here as well. That's definitely possible. Suvorov here in real trouble. These grenadiers though have cleared up. Morale looking a bit dicey for the Russians here. They actually are still breaking stuff. Incredible. Ivan here leading the way. What a legend he is. Just throwing everything aside, doesn't even give a damn. Oh dear, that's not so good though. Infantry broken here. Now it's the musketeers next. I mean, the French army, I think, is going to beat the Russians, but my gosh, did they, like, make a bit of a meal of it. They're going to take a lot of losses here. Being by the red line as well means routing troops. They don't have far to go before they, like, are off the battlefield for good. So yeah, that's not a good sign. Anyway, we'll go back to the battle by the river now, as we have a brutal battle going on for this building here. It looks like who's been sent in? I imagine Grenadiers. Why do I even doubt it? It's Grenadiers for sure. Yep. We're going to get some sappers or something. And there you go. They routed the French infantry outside the building. Whether that's going to do enough, it looks like the French actually did kick out the Russians from inside the building. So a decent trade, and we got plenty. Look at this. Look at all the hussars now crossing this river. It's awesome. Look at that. It's just line after line, rank after rank of hussars. God, this mod is beautiful. It really is. We have got more hussars on these. Aren't hussars actually? They're Ritter Jaeger, so just light cavalry.
We've taken a building, sir.
They're on their way forward. They're looking for things to kill. Looks like artillery is on their horizons first, and we have in fact got some Russian infantry now in the building. Grenadiers have taken the building, so they have been successful. Whether the French will go and try and reclaim, I don't know. Both sides kind of fighting over some tree lines as well, so we've got some decent cover. Fire when ready, boys! For the Republic and the Revolution! Look at all these hussars are getting ready to go in. And we also got that Jaeger cav now. About to descend on the artillery. There's not much you can do about that. If the Russians are, yeah, lower men is one way to put it. Suvorov is just about alive. Hanging in there. These Musketeers as well from Smolensk getting off a pretty good volley. They're going in for the Grenadiers here. They just need to stay alive so that the HRE cav can try and just harass the rear lines of the French. Suvorov not looking good. He's actually going to rout. Wow. What a coward. What a coward indeed. Whether the cav is going to try and kill him and cut him off. It looks like they might. I don't know if they'll get him in time. There you go. This Russian army over here has been decisively defeated. It's going to be one small victory for the French. But it's a victory amongst losses at the moment. They've lost across the rest of the battlefield, really, and they're hanging on at the moment at that tree line. They're just kind of waiting on the Russians are just waiting on the juggernaut that is the HRE to arrive and support them. I wonder how many kills these Grenadiers are going to have. Musketeers won't have done too bad either, I'm sure, but the Grenadiers, they've been in the fight since the very start now. I mean, I think they're over here somewhere. Maybe not. Got a bunch of infantry just sat waiting. Maybe there's not many Grenadiers left. Maybe I'm mistaken. Are there remaining ones just in this building? That's sad. HRE has brought troops over though. We've got Vedenberg infantry first on the scene as always. The HRE is actually using its cavalry pretty aggressively right now. Trying to rout infantry, and they look like they might get in amongst this cav unit here, right down the middle of their lines. The French lines. I mean, they're not really lines at the moment. Yeah, these hussars did a good job. Losing slightly. I mean, it doesn't help that getting shot on the side by infantry, and there you go, they've broken. I mean, all they have to do with the remains of this cavalry is just harass the French, just try and slow them down. Some more cavalry here, again, just to do the same thing as Ritter Jaeger here. Just keep an eye on the French. Keep harassing them. The Russians aren't actually out yet either. They've still got a couple of little musketeers that have re-rallied. There's always hope of a resurgence yet for the Russians on that side. Russian infantry again, twirling those bayonets. I mean, in fact, got the HRE joining in the fight. I don't know if she's like good in combat, but here they go. All the same, going in. Actually, send 2 units into a job that was only needed for 1. Yeah, the Russians going down the line right now. They're routing French infantry units pretty damn easily. Did we get the final one? I don't know. They might be able to. Russia and HRE combining together to try and recreate history right now. HRE is skipping past this French army, which is fair enough. It looks like it's going to be dealt with, and it's setting its columns all the way up this road, and it's going to go for the main prize. The only French army that's still really intact. Got cuirassiers here. Okay, so they did bring some. I did wonder. So they didn't see action in the first fight, it seems. These heavy cav, oh boy, can they do damage. I'm excited to see them in action, that is for sure. $122 of them. Oh, see them descend on the French lines. If they can form square, they'll be fine, but if not, could be in trouble. Here we go, HRE as well, flanking round now. Causing French infantry to turn as well. They're gonna have a battle in the river here. This can't be good for your musket. You get it drenched. You won't be able to fire a thing. It's gonna be a bayonet fight if ever I've seen one. Got some grenadiers here. I imagine these guys are going to charge in a minute. They're going to charge into the side here. Yeah, they're not slowing down. They may be tired, but they know one last push and they can rout this whole army. Oh, in they go. These tall, angry Russians. One French unit is broken quickly. That's not going to help the other French units here. Oh, Grenadiers are broken, unfortunately, but there are HRE troops coming up to support. And it looks like they might just about rout that one, yeah. And now they can push on to the next ones. While they can shoot them in the front, just rear charge them in the back with infantry. Rout them nice and quickly. Musketeers here just going to put relentless fire right into the flank of the French as well. Can't miss from that range. Yeah, they broke pretty quickly. There'll be way over 100 men left. There we go, another charge here from the German infantry. So good, almost like a rear charge. Yeah, they did a pretty decent job with that. I mean, they do at least a couple of volleys now. I mean, actually, both sides look like a break at the moment. I think it's because of friendly fire. Not really helping the situation there, are you, HRE? Shooting, or Russia, should I say, shooting your own allies. There you go. The French just about break. The cavalry's returned, so now they can see what's going on here. The French are going to defend around this little farmhouse here. It's not looking too good for you boys over here, is it? You can hear the screams of your comrades as they die. You did a decent job. I mean, they cost them a lot, though. Cost them a lot of troops. I think they could have been in a better situation. I don't think they could have beaten what's remaining. But they're going to put up a good last stand, I guess. Just a lot of cav. I think that the French is just not bringing enough cav. I think the HRE just duped them with all that cavalry. Really did. That early, like, rush. Yeah, it was... yeah, by the French, definitely didn't work. Maybe whether they should have just defended the towns with the French, and then just tried to use their minimal cav that they had to just support, if not counter, any cavalry charges. It'd be amazing if this cavalry here could just blow away what remains of the French. Would be pretty impressive. I don't know if they've got a, oh, they do actually have a general. I was going to say, or whether it was a combat gem. They do actually have a general. The Russians just push forward with their infantry. Just be annoying. But, yeah, we'll just make a quick cut, and then we'll be back in a moment once the battle recommences. So we are back, and you can see the Hussars here are charging forward. They're going in for the cavalry battalion here. They are going to show no mercy. It looks like the Hussars are going to get defeated. And the cuirassies going in here on the flank, and this is a risky move to be fair, because all it needs is the infantry, yeah, just to shoot them in the flank, and they could lose this fight. The cuirassies really need support from infantry themselves. We also got cavalry rushing in. This is Zatare, or whatever you say his name. He's now dead, but he tried to go for the French general there. But yeah, there you go. He has died as a bold charge. Did not really work, and that's probably going to not help with the cuirassier fight as well, as they will hear about the loss of their general. Didn't go the cuirassiers trying to do their bit, so they're going to probably get killed off in a minute. That infantry, yeah, it's desperately trying to get there and support, but yeah, there you go. The cuirassiers about to go, and the red line's right there, and yeah, as soon as one crosses, that unit is gone. That's a shame. The HRE infantry, though, has now pushed forward. It's getting ready. Hopefully they've got a couple of grenadier units left, the HRE, and also the Russians to try and storm that damn building. They're going to need them. Firing through this tree line at the French here. They can take out the French general, and they've got a good chance of winning this battle pretty quickly. I mean, otherwise it could get messy. The French is going to hold this position. They're going to, and the HRE are going to, as you can see, yeah, they're charging forward with grenadiers. Die. That grenadier unit could be key for. Could be key for that building. They have got another one here, another Hungarian. Instead of having it in the front line dying, I'd have had it like go around the flank, just hit this building. Hopefully they've got some more. I don't know if they do. I'm seeing a lack of them. Melas is bringing up his troops though here. They also see the flank. They have the numbers to flank. They have more grenadiers actually out here as well. They seem like they're doing okay here. Whether they could go for a charge, and see this on red morale. There's a couple on red morale actually. Oh, they're breaking. In fact, they don't even need to charge. Oh, maybe they were initially, like, the setup was in favor of the French, but now that they're getting more and more numbers here, the HRE, it's not looking great. This is just seeing infantry just being gunned down in the back by their own men, and it's like World War II Russia. Oh yeah, this infantry's not going to get there in a good place. Yeah, they broke instantly. Jeez. Keep pushing forward. Like, this HRE just doesn't give a damn. They're like, we've got enough men. We don't need these troops. It's all forming square there with the grenadiers, trying to stop this cavalry battalion. It's still alive, to be fair. I mean, the French actually still have cav alive. Like, they had a decent amount on this flank, it seems, just because, well, the Russians didn't have any really at all. Cavalry battalion pushing forward here. They're actually getting quite a way into this light. Jeez, yeah. Broke another one there for their infantry. They have been now pushed back. There's not much left to come. The Russians are on their way with what they have remaining as well. And you can see the French lines, well, the remains of them are sort of in combat. More guardsmen down here. I think they're the guard of the consul, which is basically just the Imperial Guard, just in Republican form. We've got Russians in the building, musketeers. And it looks like the French are going to get beaten back in. These guardsmen trying to hold this tree line, but they're getting outflanked, surrounded. Their comrades are breaking and retreating, and now they do too. I think it's just the general is alive and one random infantry unit over, well, 2 random infantry units there. The house is about to fall. I'm not quite sure what's in there. I think it's just Russian musketeers, but these musketeers, you know, they're pretty decent in combat. I mean, the Russians have got into most combats today and they've done pretty damn well. So there you go, the building's fallen, the Russians have taken it, and now it just remains for these last few infantry to be mopped up. The general's gone into combat down here with the HRE infantry. These Germans here trying to bayonet the general down. Actually, no, he's holding his ground. Grenadiers going in, but they break instantly. Foolish of them, and then there you go, the general's broken. And that should be the army gone as well, I think. And that is the Battle of Cassano, 1799. Both the Russia and HRE come out of that as victors, as they did in history. And yeah, this was a pretty interesting one. I did enjoy it. Nice to see an earlier period Russia in play, that's for sure. And HRE as well, doing well. That's always nice to see. They're a bit of an underdog. Both HRE armies actually doing very well, getting 1,600 kills. So well done to Apollo and to Peasant, did a very good job there, the two of them. And they had massive armies, to be fair, bigger than, well, most of the French armies. And then we had Johnny Le Buffoon, who did send this replay in, getting 1,400 kills as one of the Suvorov Corps, and then Sniffles just getting under 1,000 as the other one. So even though he lost most of his army, he actually did a pretty good job. Didn't take out 1,000 Frenchmen with him. But yeah, as you can imagine, the Grenadiers did very well, 196. Joint top actually with a Musketeer unit here. The Grenadiers getting 183. But yeah, some pretty solid kills there, 117 for another Musketeer. But yeah, there you go. There are the kills if you want to have a look at those for Johnny's army. So yeah, well done to Sniffles, to Johnny, to Angry Peasants, and Apollo. And well done as well to G, to Richard, Hakeem, and German Gunner, who all did a very good job. Just unfortunately, it was just not their day today as the French. But there you go, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment showing support. And I'll see you guys in the next one.